here. What did I like about the original Death Note? Light Yagami's character, him being super smart and strategic, L being weird and yet awesome at detecting him, the whole blurred line of what is truly justice, and what else? The characters being all around pretty cool and such. I just wrote that all in a Death Note, didn't I? They're all dead now. Oh, well, minus Fox 9 till they get Fox, and I planned this a while ago, but this is my review of Death Note, the Netflix movie, which, FYI, I first thought it was going to be a live-action show, which I'm like, alright, sweet, live-action Death Note show. Let's see how this works out. I heard, later on, I remember that I heard that the Death Note movie live-action one in Japan didn't do so well. So, yeah, sure, why not? Let's hear this one. And, like, they had, like, the guy who played the Green Goblin, I believe, play Ryuk and stuff. Fudge, yeah. Turns out, no, it's a movie! And I'm like, okay. Started watching it. No. Before I started watching it, I read the description. Light Turner. No, Light Yagami. Literally, Yagami means God, so the God of light, which can also be a reference to Lucifer, aka the bearer of light. In any case, Light Turner, Light Turner finds a Death Note and, of course, starts killing people. What happens in the movie? Well, basically, Death Note falls from the sky, he picks it up, some bullies beat the crap out of him. Some bullies beat the crap out of him. Light goes, Light starts reading the book of the Death Note. It says I can kill people. Looks outside, sees a guy, sees the bullies, like, write the bully's name, decapitation. And then, final destination happens, dude gets his head cut off. Which, FYI, I'm going to actually say right now, I don't hate this movie. I'm going to say that right now. I do not hate this movie. Is it a good movie? Not really. It's an alright movie. Honestly, I'll bring up later on, hopefully. Why did I say that? But I don't hate this movie. I actually kind of like it, but I'll bring that up in a bit. But Light kills man. He's like, oh my god, I killed someone! Oh my god! And FYI, Light looks so goddamn stupid. And also, this isn't... FYI, if you're going to go into this, again, if you're going to go into this expecting a full-fledged adaptation of Death Note with the same characters and everything, same personalities, you're going to be sorely mistaken on so many levels. And FYI, I could give two less craps about ethnicity for an anime character. Let me rephrase that. I could give two less craps about ethnicity of an anime character. If you're going to tell me Naruto is Japanese, I'm going to say he's anime. If you are going to tell me, I don't know, any of these characters are Japanese, I'm going to tell you they're anime. Why? Because anime, like, honestly, yeah, I've seen people's hair like that in Japan, but really, anime has its own ethnicity altogether. I'm just going to say that right now. People complain about Ghost in a Shell. Scarlett Johansson is Japanese. Yeah, but she looks like the character. Because, again, if you have a Japanese... If you're going to have everything exactly how the anime says with ethnicity and everything, you're going to have a black-haired character and, standard Japanese look. You won't have this wild, crazy look, or, again, the character probably won't look exactly like how the other characters look. It's anime. It's not anyone's fault, and just don't get angry about that while watching. I got more angry about characters who they just straight up go, F it, and I'm not going to make it look like the characters. That's what I'm more excited about. And especially in this, because, yeah, honestly, the best way to go into this movie is to go in on it as a sequel to Death Note. Not only is that, but more along the lines of that it is it is Death Note's. This is Light Turner, another character named Light that Ryuk just so happens to drop the book around. Because the personality is completely different, and so is the smarts. They try to throw a little bit in there that, like, oh, he's smart because he does all these papers for all these kids, but no, he's pretty dumb. Though it is pretty freaking hilarious. And FYI, this is the part that murders all idea that this is Light Yagami. Is the part where he meets Ryuk, which, FYI, some of the best effects in that movie is Ryuk. I freaking love him. Or whenever you just see him in the background while, like, two characters are talking, you see his eyes glowing in the back. It's kind of freaking amazing. But Light is a wimp. He doesn't really care all that much. He wants to basically kind of be a hero by killing all these people. That is probably the best way I can say this. Unlike, let's say, Kira or Light Yagami, who is, he's trying to be the god of the new world. You never really felt like he was trying to make himself as a hero. At least not to me. He never felt as making himself a hero. He felt more as the strategist, the guy trying to outwit the cops, while also still, trying to make, in a way, a better world that's ruled by a god that will smite you on command. That's more how Light felt to me. And he feels like he's trying to be a hero. And also, he's kind of really dumb. And also, is killing people a good pickup? Because, like, literally 20 minutes in this movie, he meets Mia, I think her name was in this, the movie's version of Misa, who's the head cheerleader, and he goes, hey, I want to show you that you can kill people with a book. And it's just like, okay, if you would have shown this to anyone else who wasn't a psychopath, you would have been thrown in jail. You would have been thrown in jail. But no, Misa is enthralled when he kills like a criminal or whatever, making him salute and then get hit by a car. And so then the two go together, maybe we can make the world a better place. And of course the whole bit where like they try to do Kira, which is thrown through all montage and stock footage of like him killing people and like people going, Kira, Kira, oh god, Kira, and stuff like that. It's just a quick montage. It's just like, okay, whatever. And of course this gets the notice of Light, or not Light, L, the mysterious detective man, who is played by who looks nothing like L. Again, just because the character is black, just because this guy is black, that's not the problem here. The problem here is him and Light. FYI, I'm going to say that right now. Him, Light, Misa, and all the characters, all of them, don't look like they're anime characters. And like I just said, anime characters are hard to look, but at least try to get them look at least somewhat more. Like, honestly, yeah, Light probably should have been Japanese in this one. If only because you dye a Japanese person's hair blonde and give him that, not bowl cut, but like that hair that Light has, and boom, you literally have that hairstyle. There is not, like, yeah, and this is, it just doesn't look like L, and I don't know, it's just weird. And that's saying about L, who is weird. Then again, I also sit like L, so. But and also love sweets. Get off track. But yeah, but he gets the notice of L, and like, Light's dad is, of course, the police officer in this. He's the dude from King Kong that blew up when the snake hit him. Spoiler alert. But the dad, also, his mom and dad are dead. Her mom and his mom is dead, Light's mom. The sister is non-existent, but again, she was non-existent in the show. But yeah, Light's, of course, killing every people. L is, we have to stop Kira. And even do like the whole thing where like he stands in front of the television, when he stands in front of the newspaper report and says, I am L. And he has this, but unlike the anime, which does it smart, thinking, okay, who the fuck is this reporter dude who's supposed to be L, this grand detective? I'm gonna murder him. And thus showing, yeah, Kira needs that, showing that Kira will kill on command. And not to mention later on, like, that he can't kill people without knowing a name and a face and stuff like that. Well, I think that's actually later on, but still. That shows a little bit more, like, who Kira is and everything. And that makes a lot more sense. And even, like, later on, later on, like, L already kind of figures out that Light is Kita. Already figures that out immediately. Almost, not immediately, but it takes him some time, but he finally figures it out. And especially at one point where Light's dad actually goes on screen, says his name, shows his face, says, "Kita, we're gonna find you and kill you," or whatever, after, like, Misa kills some of the special agents. Because, again, unlike, let's say, the Light in the show, who is, okay, this guy's a threat to me, I should murder him, and, you know, murders him. In this one, no, Light only kills criminals. He only does kill criminals. Yes, Light Yagami in the show only killed criminals in the beginning, but he immediately was like, oh, no, there's this FBI agent about to kill me. I need to kill him and the rest of his unit quick, and he does it in a smart way. This one, Misa is the one doing it. She's another bloodthirsty one. But also, the rules in the Death Note are different. But Misa kills all of them. He said, "What are you doing? We're not supposed to kill the cops." And he goes, and she's like, "They're going to find this out, Light. I did this to protect us." And FYI, Misa is probably one of my favorite changes in this actually. But so Light is trying to be a hero, stuff like that, and Light's dad basically outs himself at one point, and Light's just like, "No! You can't!" And one, this immediately shows, L immediately knows he's Kita. Because no one else would have protected you. Everyone else would have murdered you, officer. But no, you're Kita. Your son's Kita. And this also kind of leads up to later. Like, I am rushing through this thing a little bit. Because, one, the movie's, it's alright. But, there are some really good changes. It's like, at one point, get off my pillow, please, Ladybug. Shoot, get off. At one point, Light uses L's servant, or, I forgot what the fudge his name is, but it's the butler, his butler, and to go find L's real name, and which the place where, like, they made L apparently is abandoned, run down, no reason why is shown or given. It's just run down and everything, and Light's supposed to do it because in the Death Note, you can, in this version of the Death Note, you can write someone can die, and it'll be at least within 48 hours. You still have the whole 40 seconds, death by heart attack. You still have the whole impossible, like, length thing. All the rules are basically somewhat the same, except for one, if someone else touches the Death Note, they do not see the Shinigami. It is only Light who can see Ryuk. Two, the Death Note works on Shinigamis, apparently. Three, what was it? You have 48 hour. You can write someone's name, and you have 48-hour window to have them do whatever you want until they die. So Light basically put a timer on and said, "All right, I need you to go find L's real name and call me on this cell phone." The guy does it, and the thing is, also another thing is, you can save someone from being murdered. I can't remember if this is actually in the anime. I don't think it is. You can save someone from being murdered from the Death Note by taking their page and burning it. So it can only be one name, and only one name for that writer or whatever, or the person who wrote it. The person who wrote it, only one name for each writer. So Light does this for the L's butler, and it is basically broken up when Misa actually takes the page out, and you know, Light's like, "No, where's the page?" He's trying to burn it, doesn't work, the guy dies, and this leads to an actually really cool scene, because one, they are trying to outwit the cops, like, especially when the cops are coming after them, and L literally basically says, "If you don't return my butler, I'm going to freaking kill you." Which I actually kind of do like. Again, seeing these not as the characters from the anime, but seeing them as a separate story that's after the anime, actually kind of makes this a bit better. Because another cool thing about this is Misa is manipulating Light throughout this movie, saying, "We should kill this guy and this guy." Or later on when he killed the butler. Or in the end, where Misa actually, spoilers, writes Light's name down in the book and says, "You're going to give me that book. I wrote down that you're going to give me that book or your heart's going to stop," or some bullcrap. "So you better do it." so go get me my goddamn book. And I really like that change because, one, it doesn't feel forced in some ways. Yeah, Misa is not the greatest role model for women. She is not. She is not the greatest role model for women. I will do anything for my man. No. She's not the greatest role model. But, unlike, let's say, other ones where they're trying to, where, like, Cinderella, oh, she's smart and educated in the remake, but she still just slays around and stays in the house and thinks, well, maybe I should just leave, you know, and not be a freaking servant to these morons. Even though the whole thing about Cinderella is kind of working hard and eventually you'll get your dream, but, you know, whatever. It's stuff like that. When, like, or like Belle, oh, she's educated and she was educated in the first one too, but like, she knows how to make wheelbarrows and she's a woman out of her time and she makes a washing machine and all this crud. And then it really doesn't amount to anything. This one, and in the end it still all ends up the same exact way almost. This one, on the other hand, changes Misa pretty well. She manipulates Light instead of Light manipulating Misa. Misa basically says, okay, if you don't want to be Kira anymore, because by the end, Light is basically saying, we can't do this. Light said, alright, Misa's like, alright, if you can't be Kira, I'll be Kira. Now go get me my goddamn book. She says the actual word, but, you know. And that is actually pretty freaking awesome. That is one of my favorite changes in this movie from the original source, is that, like, Misa is pretty freaking awesome. And again, also another thing is, this is a rated R movie, like there's gore and all this crap. And honestly, I kind of really wanted to see more. Yeah, I'm a sick person, but come on. Like, this is literally taking Final Destination and basically giving it to someone like, you get to decide how this movie's gonna, you get to decide how these people are gonna die in horrific and strange domino effect ways. To me, that's freaking amazing. That should be the next Final Destination movie. Yeah, they get very repetitive after the second one, and it's just kind of, okay, die. But imagine if you had someone who literally played death. They should have. If they were going to go for a full adaptation of the movie, they should have at least made it like Final Destination, but light. And like, maybe like, these guys are trying to kill him. Like a mix between Saw and Final Destination. Like again, I just have a quick little thing, like, Light becomes Kira and he's trying to do it. Yeah, you could have the similar thing, but, you know, maybe, like, him starting to build up him being Kira, and maybe the cops getting way too close, and you have the whole bit of them trying to, like, catch him, and he's trying to kill him off, find him, kill him off, like the show. But yeah, but also another thing, Light isn't as smart as he is in the show, where he's able to set up all these different things, where, like, he has a guy write the names out of all the FBI agents while putting a fill-in-the-blank thing, so that way these FBI agents send the file, then he kills off all the rest of these people in a certain way. He's not this smart until the very end, where basically he writes at one point where he's rushing away because the cops know Light Yagami, or Light Turner, is Kira, after, you know, he doesn't kill his father. Oh crap, I'm sorry, Mr. Ladybug. I am so sorry. Hopefully you're alive. Kira, like, I'm so sorry, I feel bad. He is he is Kira. L knows this, and he even says, get him! He has my butler! L is going bonkers chasing, actually no, if I remember correctly, the cops are going to go try to protect Light from L or something like that. I can't really remember that much. I just remember most of the big bits of it. But, Light basically at one point has to escape to run because he has to go get the book before his heart dies by midnight that Misa wrote in the book. But he also wrote down a couple of other things. And basically this all leads to a carnival where Light wrote down that if Misa takes the book, she will die. And that happens. And that basically happens. Misa and Light are like, Misa, I love you. And like they said, I love you too. And it's like a weird, like, I don't believe they're chemists. In a psychotic kind of way I do, because it's like, you like killing people, I like killing people. Let's kill people together. And in that way, it is kind of like, Yeah, okay. Okay, I can kind of see... I can kind of see these two kind of getting together. But yeah, they're just like, we love each other. But Misa takes the book and Light's like... I like, you really love that scene because Misa takes the book and Light's like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, I think you said you would have live with me. And she goes, what? No. She's like, she's like, you wrote I would die if I took the book, didn't you? He's like something like that. And the whole thing happens. Ryuk, I think, controls the desk. I'm not really quite sure on that part. Because Ryuk at one point seems like he's pulling down the Ferris wheel that they're on towards the end. And Ryuk fall. And like Ryuk looks like he's pulling it down as Light and Misa fall. But Misa falls, tears a page out of the book. She falls into a bunch of erosions, dies. The page just so happened to be Light's name as it burned in the fire, and Light fell into the water. With FYI, if you're falling from, I don't know, about 100 or 200 feet in the air, and you fall into water, you're freaking dead. You know, if any of you out there thought, hey, I must be alive. No, you're actually dead. Jeez. But, FYI, if you have the whole thing where, like, you believe you're a dead person, but you're actually alive, that's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. Don't blame me for stuff you do. Yeah, so... But Light is resuscitated, and he's in a coma for 2 days, and some weird guy grabs the book, takes the book, and walks away, and then he comes back later on. FYI, actually, there is actually a cool scene where, Light and L are being chased, or Light is being chased by L, and L is about to shoot him, and goes, this man is Kira, and he's gonna pay for what he's done, to this cook guy behind him saying, what's going on? And the cook bops him over the head with like a plank of wood, and goes, hail Kira, or something like that, and I'm like, you know what? Okay, I can believe that, and I can't remember if the anime there's something like that, but I kind of was like, okay, I kind of hope there was. I mean, like, that's actually kind of cool, but basically, Light goes into a coma. Again, everyone thinks he's Kira, but while Light's in a coma for 2 days, he is then brought the book back, and also the death has still been going on. So people were like, this can't be Kira because he's been in a coma for 2 days. But he's been in a coma for 2 days. And when he wakes up, his dad's there, and his dad even asked at one point, after like all this dust is settled, after they said like he can't be Kira, the dad asks, are you Kira? Which FYI, Light killed, basically like, the man who killed, basically Light did what Bruce Wayne wasn't able to do. He killed his mother's parent. He killed his mother's parents. Wow. He killed his grandparents. He killed the man who killed his mother. He killed him in the beginning, and the dad's like, I traced back to like the first Kira attack, but then I thought it must go further, and it was that guy, the guy who killed your mom, my wife. Are you Kira? And he goes, yeah, but how did you do all this? And this is the only time, even though I'm not really quite sure what are the cause and effect of like how much control the Death Note has on this, but this is basically what he did. He set everything up. He wrote down Misa's name saying, if Misa takes the book, which FYI, couldn't you have just written that Misa would just take his page and rip it out and burn it? But whatever. I guess he did this. This is the only thing that is the closest thing to Light Yagami in the show, where he sets up that Misa will, if Misa takes the book, they will both fall off the Ferris wheel or whatever. Misa will fall, rip the page out of Light's name off of it. It'll burn in the fire. Then a man who is said to a doctor who was said for messing around with comatose patients. He will then find the survivor of one of someone who fell from the Ferris wheel, resuscitate him, and put him into a medical coma for 2 days. While another man who was a known sex offender or something like that will something bad. He will take the Death Note, write the name for the next 2 days, and return it to that said person on the second day. And then both of them will kill themselves by either suicide or whatever. and like explains all this, and which also because and also towards the end, L again is completely ballistic, but he learned later on, like, what is it? I think Light or someone says that she did it, she hid it in the calculus book or some crap like that. I can't remember. And Elle goes to her apartment, Misa's apartment, finds the calculus book that Misa tore out of the Death Note that had the name of Elle's butler on, that Light was originally going to burn to save the butler towards the end. Finds the page, and he stands over it, and he looks like he's fighting it. He's like laughing a little bit, but he's just like he doesn't know, and I'm just like, oh crap, is he gonna kill Light? Is he gonna kill Light? Cause I know I'm not gonna waste it. Go watch the anime. The anime is freaking awesome. Go watch the anime. I'm gonna tell you right now, go watch the anime. Can highly recommend it. I cannot highly enough recommend it. Go, actually, double feature. Watch Death Note and then watch Code Geass, or Code Geass and then watch Death Note. They used to air them together on Toonami or whatever, or I think it was Toonami, or Adult Swim together, and that was like my favorite like Saturdays, where it was like, go watch Death Note and Code Geass, because the two characters are kind of really similar, where they're both strategists, and they both trying to figure out how to get out of these things of people trying to find out who their secret identity is, and in the end, they're basically two opposite sides of everything while still being very similar, and I kind of really love it. FYI, I'm more on the Lucius side than Light's side, but still, Lucius is so goddamn awesome. So is C2. She's freaking awesome. But in any case, I need not to do that ever again. In any case, but yeah, he says like all this setup that he did, putting people to save him and stuff like that, and it ends with like, and it's like he like smiling at his dad, and we don't know, is L gonna write his name? Is he not? What's gonna happen? And honestly, I kind of really want to see more. I really do. I kind of want to see this version. One, by God, this is not. But you can take it as this: that Light Turner learned of Kira and wanted to reenact it in a way. Yeah, there's probably things that completely go against that, but still, in a way, he wanted to continue Light Yagami's work, and so he went ahead and started doing the whole Kira thing. That's why this whole big following even blew up even quicker than it seems. I'm not sure how long it took, maybe a week? I don't know. But, and that L is a name only given to those smart characters or whatever, and like it's given, it's like the detective of detectives. Because if I remember correctly, M, I think his name was, and the other guy, they were both like halves of L, but literally one guy eats candy, the other one like sits like L and plays with toys. Like I would say like they weren't like full-fledged detective as L was, so like you could kind of at least say like, okay, maybe this is like another story, and Ryu's just screwing around. In the end, Ryu also goes, humans are so interesting. Which, FYI, again, I didn't talk about him that much because really he's just in the background. But he is pretty cool. Like when the characters are like writing down stuff or like some things are happening, you just see Ryuk in the background, creepy, just black with like his eyes glowing. It's freaking amazing. I love it. But and the makeup on him looks pretty freaking good. Actually, it really is. But assuming that is makeup, I think most of it's CG. But yeah, I like this one. This one I did like it. Is it a good adaptation of Death Note the show? Holy God, no. Or Death God, no. But by God, is it still kind of thing? And again, there is a cool premise here. Again, I would kind of love to see a Final Destination movie where instead of it being, you know, no, the characters are dying because of death or what bullcrap. No, someone has control of death with the notebook or something, killing people in these weird, strange ways. It's kind of freaking a cool idea. Basically, watch any Final Destination and just think that Kira's in the background writing down their names on how they're gonna die. And it kind of think, I think that kind of makes it a little bit cooler. I don't know. It was pretty awesome in the parts that it had. It's like a Death Note light. I did not mean for that. No, oh God, no. I did not mean for that pun. But it's like a Death Note light. It's not that great. It's okay, but if you really want the good stuff, go watch the actual go watch the actual anime, because the anime is freaking amazing. FYI, go read their the guys who made Death Note, their manga Bakuman. I haven't even finished all of it. I've only seen the stuff that I've seen in the monthly shonen, which is a couple of years ago, but still, from what I saw, it was freaking awesome. It's basically like the creators of Death Note going against what I think is supposed to be the creator of Naruto, and basically trying to work out their things, and in the end they make Death Note, well, their own version, but yeah. It's kind of really cool. I would definitely say check it out. Watch this, please. Everyone go watch the Death Note Netflix series, if only because I want to see a part 2. I really do. I want to see what the heck is going to go on with this. Light is a completely different character, but that's not the baddest thing in this, since you have characters like Misa, who is now a pretty amazing character, who is also a psychopath. It is kind of freaking cool. And, you know, L looks aside, he's alright, but he doesn't look anything like L. Because again, whitewashing, I do not give 2 flying Fs as long as the characters look like the characters. Scarlett Johansson looks like freaking the chick from Ghost in the Shell. God dang it, the commander? Fudge me, I forgot his name. Forgot her name. She looks it. It's fine. If the characters in this, God knows they do not look like their characters. How hard is it to find a blonde character for Misa? But a blonde person for Misa. But the acting is alright. I wholeheartedly believe that the character of Light Turner in this, I wholly believe he could murder people. He seems like the bruised, emo type that would go out and shoot someone. Not saying you should do that. Not saying anyone should do that. Not saying he should do that. I'm just saying he played that kind of character well. Better than probably the guy from... Probably better than Quicksilver from American Horror Story Season 1. But, yeah, Misa plays a good psychopath, too. Which is like, I believe she will murder some people. And she's that cute-looking girl who really is a murderer on the inside. L is probably the worst thing. I'm just like, again, if you're going to do the adaptation, fine. Make the characters look like the characters. That is the only thing. That is like the only bit of this that I really hate. Like, Light, okay, fine. He looks like an idiot. You really could have just cast a Japanese actor for him, and it really would have worked way better. Dye his hair that brownish color. Boom, you got Light Yagami. Perfectly fine. L, short hair, dark skin, you got him completely wrong. Literally, L is supposed to be pale because he doesn't go out much, and he's supposed to be the opposite of Light. He's supposed to be the non-sexy character. The character that's like, oh, if Light is the good, handsome-looking gentleman who's actually the murderer on the inside, L is supposed to be, yeah, and they didn't really do it that well because they're still, I'm pretty sure, porn of it, but, spoilers. That's not a spoiler. What, a spoiler for the internet? I don't, yeah. But L is supposed to be the pasty, creepy, weird character, the beast in a way, that is the quote-unquote hero in it. The hero on the inside, the valiant knight on the inside. And in a way, they're supposed to be like, you know, they're exact opposites. Mind you, it didn't work so well. And in this one, that actually can be taken as an insult. Now that I think about it, they cast a black actor for that against a white character. That could really be taken as an insult. But, yeah, you're supposed to get the pastier, the guy who's really pale. Like, heck, you know who would make a great, because I've started watching Riverdale, and I actually kind of really like that show. Fine, give freaking Cody whatever from Zack and Cody, give him a wig, the spiky haired Super Saiyan wig, Goku wig. He could play it. Actually, no, he's not really as pasty. Well, I guess he is kind of pale, but God, no, is Archie pale as fudge in that. I almost mistook him for a Twilight fairy. Yes, I called them fairies because Lord knows they're not vampires. But in any case, and it's gone long enough. Death Note the movie, I highly recommend it, but don't go into it thinking it's going to be a complete, if it's going to be a the exact same thing as the show. It's not. Just see it as a separate story that happens after it, and you'll probably enjoy this a lot better. That, or you'll look at this and pick apart how freaking stupid a lot of some bits are, and then you'll laugh at that at least. I at least laughed at it a couple times. But FYI, if I can find the clip, this is probably the funniest scene in the movie. Thank you so much for watching, share the videos, and we will see you later. Enjoy my Facebook over there, and see ya. Alright, goddesses, I need you to bring back Light Yagami's coolness and everything else of Death Note, please.
You've taken quite a liking to it.